used to know this girl in school. We were the Wildcats, and
Wildcats.
she could do a Wildcat thing. It was like,
Row, row, row. Folks, it's the Wacky radio show, and it's the Chinese New Year episode.
yes, Chinese New Year.
That's right, we already did our New Year, just call it New Year, right?
Yeah, I think we do just call it New Year, don't we?
Because it's here in America, so I'm sure if we were in China, they'd say the American New Year, and right now, they'd be saying New Year.
I guess so.
Right?
I doubt they call it Chinese New Year.
No, because it's not just Chinese New Year. As we're going to learn, hopefully, maybe, in some trivia facts, 22 of them, about the Chinese New Year. Because as of, what's today? The 6 days ago, the celebration started.
And how long do they celebrate for? It's like a week-long thing, isn't it?
I
Or
don't know. We might find out in one of these here trivias.
So you're going to ask me some trivia?
I might ask, I might tell. We'll see.
Well, did we even introduce ourselves?
Say again.
I said, did we even introduce ourselves?
Not our names, but I said the name of the show.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. They should know our names by now, right?
Yeah, I'm the host with the fake name, Frank.
Yeah, and I'm Reid.
Well, I'm looking forward to some trivia, Reid. So, let's see what you got.
Well, I'm still trying to find where it begins on this website here that I have pulled up. So, you know,
I wonder if the Chinese drink beer. Because I do.
I hope so. I don't have a beer.
You want one?
Yeah, you should get me one while I'm
I'll
getting
hear
this
ya.
ready. Yeah. He's getting me a beer, folks. And you know what that means. Alright.
Means you gotta have one too.
Yeah. And here, I'll even crack it right into the microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, I wish I would do some Chinese. I'd say it in that. I'm not even gonna make it up because that could be offensive.
Yeah, well, this whole segment might get offensive to some people. Who knows?
True. Okay.
Cultural appropriation.
We're providing
Context.
info. Yeah.
Yeah.
According
We're
to
doing it in good faith, folks.
these trivias come from ChinaHighlights.com, I think is the website. I'll have a link to it in the description. So here we go. This one's out of question. I'm just going to tell you about it. There's 1/4 of the world's population celebrates the Chinese New Year,
That's a good percentage.
or also known as Spring Festival.
The Spring Festival.
Yeah. And here are a couple of the countries that celebrate it. China, of course. And there's also Indonesia, Philippines, South Korea, North Korea, Brunei, and there's one more. You want to guess?
Well, probably right here in the good old U.S. of A., I would imagine. Don't we have a pretty healthy Chinese population?
Well, they don't have us listed.
Huh.
But one of the others is Malaysia. There's a couple more, but I'm not going to keep having my computer read it back to me over and over again. Oh, well, here we go. Here's the little blurb. More and more Western cities celebrate or have festivals like New York and London and Vancouver and Sydney. Australia.
Yeah, I would believe that.
All right. And you got something for us?
Well, I have some facts that I got from Wikipedia, so I
Oh.
don't know how good they are. And you know, I was a student of language in college, so most of mine detail around their food and language, because there's a lot of things that sort of parallel each other. Like, let me see. Okay, here's a cool one. Like, they always have fish when they eat on New Year or during the week of New Year. And they say they always have fish, but it's not completely eaten. And that the leftovers are always stored overnight because in their language, they have an expression that says, let there be surpluses every year. And the word surpluses is like a homonym with the word fish. So when they say, let there be surpluses every year, it almost sounds like they're saying, let there be fish every year. So they always keep a little bit held back. I thought that was kind of cool. And most of my facts are kind of like that. They're based around sort of the foods that they eat and the words associated with those particular foods. So,
Well, that's interesting. Well, the number 2 trivia fact on this page already gave itself away, basically. It's the Chinese New Year is also known as the Spring Festival.
that would make sense, except I think Puxatawny Phil just saw his shadow.
Yeah.
We're not in spring just yet.
Oh, man. You know, it was only a day after. It was, this year, I think we might learn that the Spring Festival changes. It's not the same time every year. But in this particular year, Old Groundhog's Day was the day after the festival started. So that's pretty neat.
It is.
Oh, yep, I basically beat it to the punch on the trivia number 3. The date for the Spring Festival changes every year. Let's see, I'm sure it's going to tell me here. Yep, it's determined by the Chinese lunar calendar.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Which I think is basically how many days or months or whatnot the moon goes around the earth. I think that's how it works. And this year was Tuesday, February 1st. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard, that it's the year of the blank. Fill it in, the monkey or the cat. Well, this year, can you guess what it is?
The year of the buffalo.
The buffalo. Nope. Do you want to take one more guess?
Well, sure, because I have it written down in my notes. The year of the tiger.
Yeah, it is. And there are 12 Chinese zodiac animals. And we're about to list them off real quick. And they are, in order, rat, an ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and the pig. And as we said, 2022 is the year of the tiger.
You know another name for rooster.
And your zodiac animal is decided by your birth year. I missed what you said.
I said, you know another name for rooster.
Oh, yeah, what?
Well, let me put it this way. I'm just well, I think the people know what I'm going for.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Oh, my. there's a link here for me to find out my Chinese zodiac sign.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure mine's the rat. I think I've looked it up before.
Well, presumably mine would be pretty close to yours then, right? Because we're both born the same year.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my, I guess I'm a rat. I'm a rat!
A rat's eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Trivia number 5. On Chinese New Year's Eve, they eat auspicious foods. Interesting word. Certain foods are eaten purely for their symbolic meaning, as you have
Yeah,
sort of hinted at.
You're gonna take half my notes if you keep reading that section.
Well, if you can see what it says, I'm not gonna keep going.
I don't see what it says, but why don't you just let me say some of these, and then you can skip to fact number 6.
Yeah.
Because I've got some, like, fruit is served, especially orange, tangerines, and pomelos, because the golden color symbolizes fullness and wealth. So that's one. Then something I found really neat is that orange in Chinese sounds the same as their word for success. Let's see. One of the ways to spell tangerines contains the Chinese character for luck. So I thought that was pretty cool. I had to jot that down.
Lucky tangerine.
Pomelo sounds very similar to the verb to have, and pronounced just a little differently, it sounds like their word for again. So that's another reason why they serve pomelo. Apples in their language is a homonym for their word for peace. Those words sound exactly the same. Garlic is a homonym for, it's a homophone for their word for calculating, and it implies money, like counting money. So they often will have garlic in their dishes. Neon Gao, which is a type of pudding, is a homophone for the phrase a more prosperous year. So they'll often serve that type of pudding. Let's see. They usually serve 8 dishes in their big family meal because that reflects their belief that good fortune is associated with the number 8, unless there's been a death in the family, according to Wikipedia. Then they'll only serve 7 dishes, sort of like to pay homage to the person they've lost. They often serve long, uncut noodles to symbolize longevity or long life. They have a lot of dumplings, because the dumplings have little surprises inside, and it's like fortune on top of fortune, stuff inside of stuff.
Yeah, this here says for wealth.
Yeah. They'll have spring rolls, of course, because it's a spring celebration. They do a lot of dried meats that they cut into slices because they think that sort of reminds them of like gold and silver coins. And the last little note I have here about their food is that they often will have boiled chicken. Like almost everybody who celebrates this holiday will have boiled chicken because they believe that any Chinese family, despite their position in society, should or probably can afford a chicken to eat. So they always have chicken. It's something they all sort of have in common, whether they're the richest of the rich or the poorest of the poor. So
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, so I thought those were the notes that I took on their sort of customs, and I especially found the language aspect of it to be pretty neat. So,
well, that's cool. Well, then our next bit of trivia from this page is that the festival lasts for 16 days.
Oh, wow. So we're not late.
Nope, not yet. And it lasts up until the Lantern Festival, which is like the last night. And each day there's supposed to be a different celebration. And it does not list what each day would be. And on the Lantern Festival, people light a bunch of lanterns, they make them, and they let them loose into the sky, kind of like balloons, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And next is... Well, this isn't really a trivia fact. It just says that the Chinese New Year is a good time to go visit China.
Well, I bet that is an article from a Chinese source then.
It's busy, though. That's what this says.
I'm sure.
I wouldn't want to go.
Especially with the Olympics going on and everything.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man, they double whammy this year. Woo. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, what's next here? Number 8. Traditionally, this period was for praying to harvest gods. Let's see what it says. Because the Chinese society was largely agrarian. It was so the New Year was traditionally a time for when they would pray to the harvest gods that the next year would be fruitful. So that kind of makes sense. Ties into what they do with the different foods that they have.
Yeah, it's interesting because, I studied classics quite a bit, and the Romans definitely had a similar thing that they would do. But I remember it being in the fall, like when they harvested stuff. They would pray I think there was a god of the harvest, and but I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in school, but that's definitely interesting.
Yep. Our next fact is number 9, and it says that billions of red envelopes are exchanged.
That's right. I learned about that when they put money in them.
You learned that?
Yep.
Do you have notes on it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
But I also have seen it. There's a girl on TikTok who does a lot of food reviews and stuff. And she did something about Chinese New Year. I think it must have been last year. And she went over, she actually filmed some of her having dinner with her family and stuff. And they did the exchanging of the red envelopes with money.
Right. Well, it says that the Chinese people really like the color red, and exchanging the envelopes is a good way to wish people luck and give them money, as you said.
Yeah, prosperity.
Yep.
Like having a prosperous New Year. That's like, my mom always had a custom. We always had corned beef and cabbage every year. And she used to always take some change, like silver change, quarters or nickels or dimes, and she'd boil them in a separate pot so they were nice and clean. And then she'd hide the money in our cabbage. And so every year we'd get a little quarter or something like that, $50 or whatever, as we were eating our meal. And it's supposed to be the same kind of thing for a prosperous New Year.
Right, yep. You even did that here when we had it.
Yep. Got to carry on those traditions, folks.
That's right, folks. The next fact is basically just saying that in today's time, you can basically exchange those red envelopes online. Basically like a e-gift card or electronic birthday card, I imagine, like people do today.
Yeah.
And then number 11 just says that there are a lot of red decorations all over the place. Because, as the other fact mentioned, they like the color red a lot, and because it's a lucky color representing happiness, beauty, success, good fortune. There's red lanterns. Let's see, what other things do they hang up? Spring cutlets. And all sorts of different red paper cuttings. Oh my. This next one, number 12, says the festival causes the world's largest annual migration.
I would believe that. Don't they have like 2 billion people over in China?
Yeah. It's because it's a good time for family reunions. That's when they take place a lot, is during the New Year and the Spring Festival. So that would make sense. Everybody's migrating back and forth across the country to go visit all their family.
Going home to see mama.
Yeah, that too. And 200 million mainland Chinese travel long distances for this holiday. Let's see, what's the long distance to them?
I don't know. Their country's pretty big, but I don't think it's like as big as ours.
Yeah, it doesn't really tell me.
But I think there's a lot of like rural country, so.
Oh, it gave a comparison. Less than 100 million people travel in America for the Christmas holiday.
That's like a third.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. That's. Whew. Don't go driving on the interstates for Chinese New Year, folks. Do they have interstates over there? Whatever they call them.
Well, they've been trying to build them up. They have that whole Belt and Road initiative going on, but I don't know how far along they are with it. And I think a lot of that goes outside of China. I think they're trying to build highways into other countries and stuff like that, over to India. But that's getting a little off topic, right. I think.
Yep. And number 13, the New Year's Eve Gala, or Gala maybe, is the world's most watched event, apparently.
Huh.
Let's see, most of China tunes in to watch it. So I guess if most of China tunes in to watch it, that's definitely almost 1 billion or so people. The TV show involves many Chinese celebrities performing songs and dances, and Chinese families. Oh no, it's the families. A lot of families gather to watch the show, similar to how we might sit and watch the ball drop.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yep. And watching that show is a great way to get introduced to many different Chinese performing art types, which would make sense.
C-pop. Is that a thing? I know there's K-pop.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's K-pop, J-pop.
C-pop.
So, I'm sure there's probably C-pop somewhere.
In China.
Yeah. Are there other pops? They got G-pop?
G-pop. Guam.
Yeah.
Guatemala.
Guam pop. Guam pop sounds like Guam pop. You got anything else that you're going to be sharing with us?
Heck yeah. Did you know Confucius say a foolish man complains about a hole in his pocket, while a wise man uses it to scratch his balls?
Oh, good one, Confucius.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. Remember, on our New Year's, on our last recording, I think it was the last recording before this one on the channel, we actually had a big Chinese dinner for that night.
Yep.
So we cracked it. We saved those fortunes. And so I thought we might read those. So I've got a couple fortune cookies too. Some of
Nice.
them aren't that good. I don't. But here's
We'll
what they
see.
are. We got 4 of them.
Oh, you can go do them all now? I'd say sprinkle them in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go on to another 1 or 2 trivia questions, and we'll...
Well, let me
Or
read one, and then you go on. I'll
facts.
pepper in the other 3.
All right.
Because this one says, when you learn to be flexible, amazing opportunities reveal themselves.
Oh, that's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Helpful every day.
What do you know? You have to add in bed at the end.
This next fact says that washing and sweeping and taking out the garbage is not allowed. No garbage taken out on that day. Can you believe that? And see if it tells us why.
That's weird because Wikipedia said the opposite. It said something about like spring cleaning is they always start with that to get out the bad energy and the bad spirits.
Interesting. Well, let's see what this says. There are many superstitions. Washing hair or clothes is not allowed on the first day. And sweeping up the garbage symbolizes taking out the good luck. So they don't do that either.
How strange. Wikipedia sucks.
Well,
That's
this
an
is
opinion, folks.
Well, this is ChinaHighlights.com, so I'm gonna go with that over Wikipedia.
You probably should.
Exactly. I was gonna say the same thing. I better. Let's see, what's next? Oh, here, you don't give mirrors. You can't do that either. And, well, I think it's related to a couple gifts. Mirrors is one of them you don't give. And pears. And is this the fruit pear?
I would think so.
Yeah, pears. You don't give pears. Those delicious fruits. And it says...
I love pears.
Yeah, especially those red ones.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get to try one.
There's still one over there.
Is there? I tried looking around for one. I didn't look in the right place.
It's like in between the stove and the microwave.
Oh, well, you don't give a pear because the word for pear sounds similar to the word for leaving or parting.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So what if you really hated somebody, though? Wouldn't you give a pear?
I guess so.
Say,
I
fucking
mean...
die.
It wouldn't be a good spirit of the holiday, I guess.
not.
Like, give it a lump of coal. Did you ever get a lump of coal?
I think I got one of those fake lumps of coal that's like hard candy.
Oh, no. My brother one time gave me a lump of coal.
Like actual coal?
Oh, yeah. He got it from my grandpa's house because his house used a furnace and used coal in it.
No, I never got an actual lump of coal.
Yep, I sure did. Wrapped in aluminum foil and put in a box.
Man.
Coal. I don't remember how old I was.
What'd you do with it?
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Next fact, and then we'll do another fortune. Let's see. Number 16. You can give tongue-tied alcohol, tea, or toys.
I take alcohol, folks. Bring me alcohol, folks.
Yeah, I don't need a pear anyway. Give me a beer. Give me
me
a
a
beer
beer,
with a
bitch.
pear in it.
A pear in it.
There are plenty of gifts that are great to give for Chinese New Year, depending on who you are giving it to. Friends love receiving things such as cheese, incense, or alcohol,
Yeah, alcohol.
or tobacco.
Yeah, tobacco.
Ooh. And seniors loves hats and scarves as long as they're not green. Because green means where did it go?
Death?
No. Oh, because green hat means somebody is jealous.
Oh.
Oh man.
Everybody's green
Yeah.
with envy. That's some kind of song. I can't think of what it is.
And kids get books and school supplies and toys like most kids would get.
That's what kids should get anyway.
Yeah, school supplies.
Yeah, they don't really need the toys so much.
Yeah.
I was a kid. We got a stick and we drew stuff in the dirt with it. You know? I didn't get any toys.
All right. Give us a fortune.
Well, they all kind of suck. This one says, it's kind of fitting with the Chinese New Year, though. It just says, welcome change. In bed. It doesn't say in bed, folks. You just have to add that to make them funny, because otherwise they suck. You know, I learned, I think this is true. I heard they manufacture these cookies in America. I don't think they even have them over there. I think it's an American thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. They gave them. They think we think they're fun.
They are kind of fun when they don't have these dumb messages on them.
Well, number 17. Do you know why they set off fireworks? One reason.
Why do they set off fireworks?
Yeah, for the holiday celebration.
They're just a bunch of pyros.
Possibly. They're also scaring away all the spooky spirits.
Oh, yeah.
They believe, most mainland Chinese believe, the flash scares away evil demons and ghosts.
Oh, my.
So if you think you got ghosts in the house, start setting off some firecrackers. You'll
That
scare
does
them off.
not sound like good advice.
Yes. Right in the house.
No. He's kidding, folks. Unless you have a death wish or want to burn your house down. If it's insured for 3 times what it's worth, maybe.
Well, otherwise, I guess you're just going to have to lure the ghost out of the house and set off the firework once it comes out the door.
Oh, you just burn sage. That's what we do over here. I think that's like a native thing or like a witchy thing. But you just take... You can even buy it in most of those new age shops. They have like the sage rolls. And then you just light one end of it. And you go around from like room to room with the burning sage.
Well, our next fact says that it's illegal to set off your own fireworks in most Chinese cities.
That doesn't surprise me.
The government's got to do it.
It's like that over here, too. My grandma used to call the cops on kids. And she'd always use this line. She'd say, if it was just me, I wouldn't be calling, but it scares my dog to death. That's what she'd always tell the cops every year.
Well, they do say the most number of dogs run away on the 4th of July. As a result of pollution and safety reasons, most Chinese cities have banned people from setting off their own fireworks. So the government's encouraged people to participate in going to these public fireworks shows. However, many people don't follow the rules.
Well, of course not. That's just like around here. That's human nature, you know?
Yep. You got another fortune?
You are never selfish with your advice or your help in bed.
Spot on.
Yeah, I guess.
We're almost done. Number 19. Do you know what came before the firecracker?
The firecracker.
Yeah, what did the Chinese use before firecrackers?
Gunpowder in a...
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Gunpowder.
And close. Originally, they used to burn bamboo crackling.
Huh. Crackling.
It was believed to send away the evil demons, so they would burn it on the Chinese New Year's Eve. With the invention of the fireworks and the firecrackers, since they're much louder than the bamboo cracklings, they use those. Because I assume they believe the louder the bang and the flash, the more effective it is at scaring away the ghosts.
They must have a lot of damn demons over there.
I know. Oh, you already told us this one. Number 20. Oranges and tangerines.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Look back.
Good luck and fortune.
Yeah. Good luck and fortune.
Speaking of fortune, you got another one?
To know oneself, one should assert oneself in bed.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Chinese are so clever with their fortunes. Very.
Well, and remember, folks, these are just the ones we had. I didn't go track these down online or anything like that.
Not like me and my trivia facts here.
I would have picked some more clever stuff if I had a choice.
All right, number 21. I could have probably told you this. Kids love the holiday.
Well, of course they do. They're getting toys and school supplies and getting exercised of all their demons, man.
And they get a whole month off of school.
A whole month?
Yeah, a whole month. They probably go to school like year-round, though, those Chinese.
Yeah.
So, big deal. We get 2.5 months off over here in the summertime.
For now.
New clothes and the red envelopes is also why the kids love the holiday.
Money. The money, man.
Oh, yeah, the money in the envelopes and the new threads. Gotta look cool for a school that ain't coming to for a month.
So is it like their Christmas then, or what?
I guess. So it almost seems like.
Well, it's pretty cool.
It is believed that wearing new clothes can bring fortune and good health. Jeez.
Yeah, wow. So for all you shopaholics out there, just keep buying those new clothes, man.
All right. You got anything else?
Nope.
Well,
Sure don't.
number 22. Apparently, it's a joyful time for most, but for singles, it's not a good time.
Why? I thought it was all about family and stuff. Can't they still go see mom and grandma and what? What's it matter that they don't have their own little kids? I guess that's what makes them so sad. Because they go home and mom's like, how come you haven't given me any grandchildren yet? When are you going to find a nice girl? And they get depressed.
Yeah, it's basically why it's not good for matrimonial age singles, because the family, kind of like what you said, gets anxious about them, and they try to set up dates and stuff for them.
Oh, do they do like the whole arranged marriages and stuff over there?
I don't know if they do the arranged marriage, but It just says they try to get them to go on date. Well, prospective marriages. That's not an arranged marriage. Oh, apparently, to get around it, you know what they do? These singles?
They skip the holiday and sit and drink at the bar.
Worse.
What?
They rent boyfriends or girlfriends to take to their reunions.
The old beard situation, huh? Grandma, this is a nice girl I met at college. I'm not paying her $25 an hour to be here tonight. Never. Where's my red envelope so I can pay her now?
Well, they're awfully cheap. It says it's roughly equivalent to $16 a day.
Hey, I'd do something like that for pretty cheap, too. I'd be like, just give me a sixer and a bottle of wine.
I'm yours for the whole celebration.
Yeah. Just as long as your family doesn't ask, what's in my water bottle, we'll be all right.
Well, if anybody out there is celebrating the Chinese New Year, because maybe you are, people celebrate all sorts of things here in this great country of ours. We wish you a good spring festival and go Tigers!
I don't know who the Tigers are, but also remember, we were doing this in good faith. We tried to have fun with it. So if we missed anything that's important to you, write in and tell us about it.
We'll bring it up on our next episode. We'll especially say so-and-so wrote to us regarding our Chinese New Year's episode, and they wanted to make sure that we pointed out whatever
X,
it is
Y,
they
or
see.
Z.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever they said. Fill in the blank. So, good luck, wealth, and wishes to all you celebrating. And we hope you tune in to our show. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or YouTube, on many other platforms. And you can also check out our website
contemporaryconservative.net
for more info.
And if you ever are looking for more serious topics,
yes,
you could check out Conservative Conversations anywhere that you've found this podcast.
We hope you tune in next time.
And as always, thanks for listening.